Howdy. It's your favorite sexy goth hippie cowboy King Cobra JFS back at you with another video. YouTube. What the fuck is up? I have received the money for the signed tape. It's out in the mail. It'll be there in the next 2 days. So for those of you who ordered that autographed Love and Vanity tape, it'll be there in 2 days as of today. You getting a signed t-shirts, fresh, brand new, unused cologne from, the Bond Grondak soap company. I ordered some more of that soap myself. I'm about out. Got a little drink combination for you cool cobras chilling out, making wands for Etsy. I had a fan who sent me stickers with the cult symbol on the fucking front of it, and they look sick. I don't even care if they're in cult colors. I could use that for wands, as the note inclined. And what do you think that is? Oh, yes, in the background, you see it. Working on wands for Etsy. Build another batch. Look at that. We got some Bacardi Dragon Fruit. Bacardi Dragon Fruit. That's pretty tasty. And some Coca-Cola. That's basically what's in the old glass. Rest in peace, George Floyd. This is the anniversary of which George Floyd was killed by some racist assholes who are now, thankfully, in prison. To quote Toby Keith, justice will be served and the battle will rage. Yes, sir. And the same whiny fucking assholes that bitch about Black Lives Matter are the same assholes that get offended by everything else. And it's ridiculous anymore, YouTube. I'm making a new batch of wands for Etsy. Every one I include in this batch is going to have a shotgun shell on it. It's going to be sick, bro. This wand right here is orange and red, and it has the cult symbol with an orange background. It looks nice. I'm going to have to charge a bit more for some of these wands, but that's all right. Now, this wand I'm making is my next one. Once I get it to ponging state, then I build another one. So that eventually when that one gets done drying, I'm already on the next one. That's the system I go with because I got to build a batch of wands. I don't even care what the money I make off of Cobra Craft wands. It is appreciated, but it's just getting to please my fans with the thought of, I got a wand from King Cobra. That's pretty sick, bro. I carry this wand around with me all the time. Yeah, it should be. No, but rest in peace, George Floyd. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Red Lives Matter. Some Lives Matter. I like hanging out with my friends, but I gotta get those wands done, YouTube. And the wands I make are, beautiful. My wand making skills have definitely stepped up in quality. Compared to when I first started making wands, dude, My new ones are fucking gorgeous. People are liking the shotgun shelled handled effect. It's pretty sweet. But I'm glad the assholes who murdered George Floyd are in jail. Good fucking riddance. That's the kind of crap that paints a bad image for cops in general, you know. There were a lot of good cops out there who do an awesome job protecting the community. And the racist assholes are the ones that get focused on. It's frustrating. YouTube recommended the video that I watched earlier, and I was just like, what? I don't even want to get into that right now because we're going to keep the focus on what we're doing right now. So the fucking fan who ordered that signed autographed Love and Vanity tape, it's on its way, bro. Get psyched. Yes. I appreciate the support I get from my fans, regardless if you're buying t-shirts or wands or tactical soap or whatever. Just tuning in to watch the video. I appreciate it. The same assholes who get offended by the whole Black Lives Matter movement are the same assholes that get offended by the term breastfeeding because you must be gender inclusive. I am seriously over our fucking retarded society. Cobra's got the Bacardi. I'm not gonna drink all this in one sitting, but I could pour myself another and be just fine for a moment. Got some Dragonberry Bacardi and some Coca-Cola. Pour it. Pour it. Oh, yes. Drink combos. Yeah. It's gonna be one soggy ass cracker because I'm about to get a little tipsy and just bitch about our society's problems. Here's the thing of it, YouTube. If you're white, you have no idea what it's like to be black or to experience the struggles and the hardships that the black community have faced. If whites went through the same exact shit as blacks, like to the same degree, it'd be a different argument. But the Irish and Scottish, when they were enslaved, they were not forced into it, okay? They were trying, granted, yes, they were trying to escape a hard life from Scotland and Ireland and all that, but they were not forced to come over here. There's a difference. And could you imagine if you, as a white person, were systematically targeted by black cops just because you were white? If you can't begin to imagine how that feels, then, dude, you don't understand. You know, hey, all right, to George Floyd, we got some dragon fruit Bacardi and some Coca-Cola. I don't know if he would have liked it personally, but I'm having a drink. I'm celebrating my successes in my own life, but also raising a glass to those who have struggled, because the struggle is real, as they say, regardless of what you're struggling with. And I don't want to come off as racist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody at the end of the day is struggling with some shit. That's the goddamn truth. The people who get offended by the Black Lives Matter movement just simply do not understand. It's not about a movement of you know what I'm saying? There are people out there who are just like, oh, that they take the the face value of what it says and over interpret it. What the Black Lives Matter movement's about is Black Lives Matter too. That's exactly why they say it. Okay? It's not that, oh, they think they're better than whites and vice versa. Fuck that racist bullshit. Now, I've been swatted by the Casper PD at my old place, and it's a bit disconcerting to think that this kind of shit, but I'm not complaining about that because it could be worse. There are situations that just play out. You're grateful that, you know what I'm saying? The situations don't play out worse. And I'm not comparing my swatting to anything, to be honest, because what George Floyd went through was so much worse. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? That's why I don't bitch about getting trolled or swatted. It's because there are folks and individuals out there who experience so much worse. It is a sense of white privilege, if you think about it. Like, I'm not trying to crap on my own race, but it's the truth. People who are white get treated better, and it's fucked. Everyone should get treated the same. This fucking social patriarchy bullshit, you know? That's why I say power to the people. You want to study magic, you want to empower your mind. Now, for the assholes who are offended by the Black Lives Matter movement, you're more than likely going to be offended by terms like breastfeeding. I shit you not. There are people out there who are offended by terms like Black Lives Matter and the term breastfeeding. If you are offended by these two statements, then you need to get a life, you fucking snowflake. I think to myself, in the midst of writing new music for a new album and making some badass wands for Etsy, let's take a break and do some shit, man. Fucking do a video on YouTube.
G'day, you good motherfuckers, the Bucksman here, and did you know that if your mother breastfed you as a child, you are a bigot? You're a bigot. You're a piece of shit.
What? Okay. This goth is literally sitting here stunned in complete bullshit. Like, what? If your mother breastfed you, you're a bigot and a transphobe and a piece of shit. I'm like, okay, can we just stop with this? No? Why? I support trans rights, but when the other side, being the trans side, takes it too far, okay. I want to just come right out and say it. How the fuck does calling it breastfeeding make you a transphobe? Especially when it has nothing to do with your... There are people out there who look for reasons to be offended and pissed off. Everything's sexist. Everything's racist. And I must be offended, and it's so exhausting. There are people out there who are offended because you call it breastfeeding instead of whatever oh, we're going to get into it, YouTube. This is gender relations, racial equality goodness. One of my fans sent me a badass leather sticker with my symbol, with the cult symbol carved on it. That'll make for an awesome wand. But we're not talking about my wands. We're talking about racial equality, gender equality. You know, just making society a better place. If you don't like somebody, then fucking ignore them to the best of your abilities and learn to coexist with them. That's what I say.
Transphobic and probably misogynistic as well. How do you feel?
Yeah. So, according to some studies, if you were breastfed as a kid, you're now transphobic. Now, I got a fucking badass food challenge planned for YouTube later on after this video, so stick around for that goodness. But, holy crap. Really? I support transgender rights, but when you're so sensitive that the simple term breastfeeding offends you, do we really have to have this fucking conversation? If you're so offended, the people calling it because men don't lactate. We do, okay, men do lactate, but not the way women do when it comes to things like breastfeeding. Like, this is the thing of it. Okay, women are designed to feed their child from their titty. It's perfectly natural. And people are throwing the biggest fucking stink about it. We don't want to offend women and we don't want to offend transgenders. So everyone's having this conversation about we should call it chest feeding. And it's like, okay, men do not breastfeed their children. And if anyone tries, you're a sick fucking asshole. You know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Wait till you hear the real show. That's not even the half of it. It just goes on like that for a couple segments. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, life is fucking fucked off. And all we can do is make the best of it. My trolls are like, you need to get a job. And it's like, bro, I just made $234 selling an autographed tape. What are you doing with your life? I want to save this for later because, like, the bottle is like halfway, a little under halfway. Yeah, this Bacardi Dragon Fruit is delicious, dude. You mix it with some Coca-Cola. Dude, that's a drink combo. I like it. I'm serious. Like, Dragon Fruit, Coca-Cola. There you go. It's just your typical rum and Coke, but done with different exotic flavors. get like a little drunk and fucking bitch about society's problems. And here we go. This minute is 8 minutes and 17 seconds long.
Feel about yourself. I spit on you. What I'm saying is, if you sucked on your mother's nipples for sustenance and nutrition back when you were a little baby, then you are a piece of shit. That's what I'm.
So you're telling me that if my biological mother Laura breastfed me, that I'm a piece of shit? Well, fuck you. And fuck my biological mother Laura. She's a psycho Pentecostal cunt. Okay, that's not nice. Did I say this channel is going to be nice? And no. On the same note, I'm not going to judge my biological mother for what she's been through. You know? Fucking. Yeah. There are churches out there that fucking brainwash people for the wrong reasons. And it's like, no.
I'm trying to get across to everyone who is watching this. But also, if you are from Tasmania and you're 25 and you're still sucking on your mum's nipples, I don't have a problem with it. Good on you guys. I really enjoy Tasmania. You've got a weird thing going on down there, but you do you. Why are you so evil if you suck on your mama's titties as a baby? Let me tell you, it's finally time to.
Yeah, when our society is so overly goddamn sensitive that a mother breastfeeding her child, innocent enough, if somebody gets offended by it, you're just like, Could you imagine being like, "Oi, that kid's crying. The mother doesn't have a bottle prepared. So all she gotta do is whip out her titty in a blanket, if she has one, and suckle her kid." Suckle meaning the yeah, like people are fucking stupid. YouTube. We're gonna get offended by breastfeeding. Yeah, even though blacks have been fucked with for thousands, hundreds, whatever amount of years for a long ass fucking time. We're gonna get offended by the whole Black Lives Matter. It's so dumb. If you get offended by Black Lives Matter, you're missing the point, is what I'm saying. You too. Oh. Yeah. Whew. Okay. It's enough alcohol for the minute. What's in this glass? Is Cobra gonna finish the video response, or yeah, we'll finish it.
To do the right thing and ban the word breastfeeding and replace it with chest feeding.
What? There are people who are so offended by the word breastfeeding because it's gender inclusive that they must call it chest feeding. What? Okay, yeah, there were children in Africa who were starving. And you're offended because someone called breastfeeding chest feeding. Slow clap for you. There are children who are starving in third world countries. And you're offended because someone called breastfeeding chest feeding. And guess what? If you call it chest feeding, there's a female who's going to get pissed off about it because she'll say things like, and I quote, men don't lactate from their nipples enough for them to feed the children. And so it's like, okay, no shit. Like, women are the only ones who are genetically allowed to breastfeed children because they're boobs. Oh, Cobra said boobs. Oh my god, offensive. Because boobs produce milk. It's the same for a lot of mammals, you dumb motherfucker. Dragon fruit, Bacardi, and Coca-Cola. Oh, fucking goddamn it, dude. You're 21 and up, then this is perfectly legal.
Finally, Australian National University, the ANU, urges staff to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding, gestational parent instead of mother.
What? ANU urges staff to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding, gestational parent instead of mother. What the fuck is a gestatal? Every day it feels like we get a new fucking term. One day it's reverse sexism. The next minute it's me too. And you're sitting there going, okay, I can't keep can't keep track of all of the fucking new terms. The fact that there are people offended by it because it's called chest feeding. Whatever. You can't call it breastfeeding because the word breast offends you. Oh my fucking god, it's so stupid. YouTube, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be that one guy, but it's the truth. Got like 24 wings and some hot sauce to smear on top for a future challenge video. But we're going to focus on this one right now.
While we're at it, why don't we just replace the name of father as the haver or have-notter of cocks or balls? Hashtag cocks don't matter. Remember that. The country's
Fucking hell. It's enough alcohol to numb the senses just beautifully. Yeah, freaking.
Leading university, sounds like a great place, has asked staff to adopt gender-inclusive parenting language such as chest feeding and
What? Gender inclusive parental language like chest feeding. That's. Oh my fucking god, YouTube. You think parents aren't sick and tired being told how to raise their kid? Especially when their kid's in a loving and happy and safe environment. Like, you're fucking stupid.
human milk. Fucking shoot me now. You know, I've heard about this university before. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. Grossly Inappropriate Comedian to Perform at Canberra by Grace Sixsmith and Nick Richardson. Hey, Grace Sixsmith and Nick Richardson, fuck you to the moon.
Yeah.
Send you that t-shirt, both of you. Fuck you to the moon. ANUSA Social Officer Matthew Mataloa described Canberra's decision to allow Butterfield to perform at ANU as grossly inappropriate, asserting that Butterfield's presence would hurt so many already marginalised communities and would only validate other people's sexist and anti-Semitic behaviour. You know, I just wanted to point out to everyone at your precious little university, you know that I don't hate anyone, right? You know that the things I say on stage are jokes, yeah? You know the reason I say them is because in my mind I go, that's fucked up and also pretty funny. Even though I don't mean them, they're still fucked up and still funny. You fucking idiots. And even though they whinged in their little student newspaper about me, they still had me there that year. They sold the show out, promoting your...
And now I do appreciate the fucking support I get from my fans. But to go out for a smoke, you don't see me do it on camera, but that's alright. What the fuck smell of the jacket? Hold on a second. What the fuck? Where the fuck's my little jacket? How the fuck? There it is. Give me a second, YouTube. This is my code. Yes. My ZRT Zert jacket was oh, there we go. Slip one in there. All right. No, I'm doing a food challenge later, but we're not about that right now.
Wasn't ours, sold it out. But then, wait for it, in 2021, they complained again, and my show got cancelled at ANU, and Yours and Ours picked up this big stink and cancelled my show at Wollongong Uni as well. If you want to know more about Yours and Ours, check out Friendly Geordie's video. It's a very interesting video. Anyway, still coming to Canberra, so don't fucking worry. Ticket links down below. I'm there on July 1st. I found another venue, a better venue. Fucking come and see me, you mad dogs. And now that my big bitch and personal whinging, moaning and groaning is over and I've plugged my show, let's get back to the chest of breastfeeding. The university has encouraged staff to use breast-inclusive language, titty-inclusive language, parent-inclusive language, such as chest feeding instead of breastfeeding.
Australia's leading university has encouraged staff to use parent-inclusive language such as chest feeding instead of breastfeeding and human milk rather than mother's milk. YouTube. If you've been watching the video from start to finish, you already know. The people getting offended because of Black Lives Matter and get offended because people call it breastfeeding instead of chest feeding. It's just like there are too many goddamn snowflakes in our society.
Feeding human milk rather than mother's milk. I'm sorry, but human milk sounds like cum.
Exactly. I'm serious, dude.
I think I hurt someone.
This is just another example.
Just another example. Yeah, hold up. Exactly. What? Calling it human's milk? No. If you yeah.
Of everyone having to change to fix someone's delicate sensibilities. Why should everyone change exactly how they live their life, which doesn't hurt anybody, just to fix this ridiculous notion that 1/10 of 1% of the population of the world has an issue with it? You know what? That's probably unfair to that 1/10 of 1%. It's probably 1/10 of that 1/10 of 1% that whinges and bitches on Twitter for a living that has an issue with it. We have to curtail and change our entire lives to suit these fucking whingers that you wouldn't spend a moment on. Similarly, the terms like mother and father should be replaced with gestational and non-gestational parents.
What the fuck is that? Gestational and non-gestational parents? What? Dude, I'm gonna need to fucking have a smoke after this before I do the fucking Pizza Hut wing challenge. Cause this, I got 24 wings of Buffalo Hot, the hottest that Pizza Hut offers. And like 4 or 5 plus fucking sauces of buffalo medium sauce, making it as spicy as I can. Entertaining for you, cool cobras. Like, how many can you eat in one sitting? Like, you know what I'm saying?
According to the Australian National University's Gender Inclusive Handbook.
The Gender Inclusive Handbook, according to Australia, you've got to be fucking joking. Oh, Cobra pulled out his wand. Spoiler alert! I've seen this Isaiah Butterfield video and I laughed my ass off about it because it's the fucking truth. No offense to J.K. Rowling, who's honestly a brilliant writer. Harry Potter fucking kicks ass. I'll drink some dragon fruit. Fucking rum mixed with Coke. There we go.
Inclusive Handbook. That book would make Prince Philip's rotting corpse seem interesting. It would make Meghan Markle's worldview seem important, and it would make Harry's choice of clothing seem appropriate. My point.
Mm-hmm. My point. You want to accuse Sharon Osbourne of being racist when Prince Harry's 4 times more racist. Sharon Osbourne's a sweet lady, and you want to fucking sit there and accuse her of being racist. And I'm not just saying that. I got a little black bowl full of 24 of these hottest wings. YouTube challenge. We'll see how I do. That challenge is to mix all the sauces into the wings, stir it around, and go ham.
Is the gender inclusive handbook sounds fucking stupid, but also it sounds like a great 8th Harry Potter book. May I give you
The Harry Potter jokes start
the
coming
synopsis
in.
of Harry Potter and the gender inclusive handbook?
This is Harry Potter and the gender inclusive handbook.
What happens is Hermione grows a cock and then fucks Ron with it. It's a great read. It's really romantic. Hagrid becomes a champion weightlifter in the female division, and Snape has Voldemort's baby and chest feeds off that creepy snake. Oh, and Neville Longbottom becomes Neville Longtits. I'd probably read that, to be honest.
I'd buy that for $1.
You know, I'm always taken aback with how important people place gender and sexuality and colour. Like, it just seems like you shouldn't worry that much about something that you cannot change. Like, your gender identity or your sexual orientation. Firstly, no one cares. Secondly, why should you care so much when you place so much of your life on that one thing? I just don't understand how you can be happy. When you talk about in the real world what you identify as, you sound like a child. Like, take this lady, for example.
Do you identify as black?
No shit. When you got white chicks who are going, do I identify as black? And fucking people are going, no. It's just people looking for attention. Then
No, it's a serious question because you might not identify. Please put the mic. Thank you.
Yeah.
This competition just blew wide open, folks. The lightning round.
How you doing? I'm black.
See, in the real world, that sounds fucking stupid. Of course he identifies as black. He doesn't need to say that. Why? Because he's black. Be who you want to be. Don't get me wrong. But expecting everybody to just drop everything and make you feel special is preposterous. Anyway, back to the gender handbook and all that shit. It cites a study from 2019 by researcher Lauren Dynall, who claimed that heterosexual and woman-focused lactation language can misgender, isolate, and harm trans-masculine parents and non-heteronormative families. Hey, Lauren, get a fucking hobby, you fool. I guess the issue I have with all of this is that these are students at a university learning this. These people are supposed to be the most intelligent and the highest sought after young people in our country right now and in other countries all over the world. They should be able to have informed decisions. They should be able to have debate. They should be able to disagree. But right now, they are not. Could you imagine if ANU, a student there, came out, or a professor or a teacher or a tutor, came out and said that they think that this whole chest feeding thing is fucking stupid? Could you imagine the backlash that they would receive? They would lose their jobs. They would lose tenure. They would be kicked out of the fucking uni. They are terrified of offending people, and they know through cancel culture and all that type of shit, if you say something out of line,
cancel culture.
By researcher Lauren Dynall, who claimed that heterosexual and woman-focused lactation language can misgender, isolate, and harm trans masculine parents and non-heteronormative families. Hey, Lauren, get a fucking hobby, you fool. I guess the issue I have with all of this is that these are students at a university learning.
I fully fucking agree. Appreciate y'all tuning in to King Cobra's channel. I'll catch you later.